Begin transmission.
This program is intended for mature audiences. Parental discretion is advised.
Hey, boy, you guys just don't know how close I shot this one today. I was an hour and a half away from here in Orlando, Mississippi. My wife and my daughter were in the Walmart, and they decided at the last minute to go grocery shopping. And I'm like, no, I've got to be home so I can live stream. So I literally walked in the door about 10 minutes ago and got down here and got everything set up and going. Master Versal Toy Collector, it's good to see you, Eldor. It's good to see you, sir. And Jim Largo, it's good to see you. Looks like I've got 7 in the watching me right now. If you're in the chat and you're lurking, man, just let me know and I'll shout you out. And of course, it's Friday night open mic. That means if anybody wants to be on the show, the comment should be pinned at the top of the comments. Let me know if it's not there, Largo, that up there if it's not, so that anybody can come on the show that wants to. Of course, it's afternoon. My internet's kind of slow right now. Connection's a little unstable. I'm going to try to pull up my YouTube studio so I can look at that real quick while I'm here. And I did a toy hunt today. Don't have a video cut, of course, but I've got some raw video from that. It's a pretty messy toy hunt. My daughter was the cameraman, and she was going here and there and getting distracted. I know I popped just then. I'm waiting for this YouTube to load me up so I can get my YouTube studio up. Let's see what's going on in the chat. World Made of Cardboard, good to see you, sir. Motu Jones are in. Good to see you, sir. Like I said, it's open mic night, guys. If you guys want to get on, y'all hop on. And World Made of Cardboard says, I spent way too much on my wife and my daughters. Yeah. I spent way too much money on me today. Ooh, boy, I spent way too much money. We're going to look at it here in a little bit, too, if we get a chance. Stephen M. Kalel 64 is in the house. Hello, good to see you, sir. Glad you decided to pop in and say hello to me. It's open mic night, guys. I hope that comment is still sitting up there where it can be seen. I'm going to hop in the studio here and get in the chat from there so that I can make sure that I got that pinned to the top like I think I do. Largo's here. All right, good deal. We get Largo added in the stream. Hey, man, what's going on, Largo? Love your new avatar, man. That's cool.
Well, thank you. Just getting through some technical difficulties here, getting the Dumahachi all set up. How am I sounding?
You sound 100%. I don't know how I sound or look. I know I kind of got the stutter in there for a minute when I was pulling up YouTube Studio. Desfonds is in the house. Hey guys, says he. World Married to Cardboard says, I'm waiting for a guy to come and look at a project on my house. I don't know when he'll get here. Okay, cool, man. And
yeah, you're looking good, Bill.
Rolo's hit the house. He says, is there too much money to be spent on toys? Sometimes that could be the case. If you're spending money on toys and you're not eating, that's bad. Okay.
That's what they made
And
ramen noodles for. When you overblow your toy
that's true.
budget, you can
I've eaten
always
plenty of them
eat some noodles.
Yeah, I've
That
eaten
was
plenty of them ramen noodles.
that was our emergency rations for college, and sometimes when I was in the service too.
Yeah. Hey, Zazel, what's going on, my man? Zazel, if you want to come on the show, you're I'm more than happy to put you on as well, because I know the last time you were on the show, it was pretty bad in the middle of the night.
A few technical difficulties down under getting that all set up.
It wasn't his fault. It was totally mine. I was cutting video. He was just idiot, and of course, too much, too much going on. I'm cooking dinner at the moment, but I am lurking. Love you all. All right, good deal, Jim. Glad to have you on. And Cardboard says, wife gives me the look. I know I'm spending too much money. Yeah, I know that look very well. I know it very well. Get this to come up real quick.
Pardon me, I got to deal with some dogs here. They're getting anxious.
Yes. Yeah, go for it, man. You take care of them puppy dogs. All right. There you are, Joneser.
What's going on, fellas?
Hey.
There we go.
Toy hunt myself became a little successful.
All right, my internet is kind of iffy right now, guys. So bear with me as I work through these technical difficulties. How have you been doing, Joneser?
Doing okay.
Can you hear me?
I can.
All right.
My neighborhood cat likes to climb on the wall out front. So if you hear the dogs howling, they're howling at this cat that's terrorizing them.
Yeah, there's some latency. What you got? All right. How am I sounding, guys?
You paused for a second like we're stuck, and then I didn't hear nothing for a second. Now you're good.
All right. Yeah, that's me taxing the old CPU here. Grindhead Jim says the mighty Jones are. And Master Versal Toys, I'll try to modulate your subspace carrier over the wave there, sir. Doing my best, but there's not a lot I can do on this end on that. Let me get a little more light going here so you can see me better. Like I said, I almost didn't make the stream on time today. What do we got there, Joneser?
Well, I pre-ordered this bad boy from Walmart.com, and then right when the pre-order went through, it was a couple of days where it just stood in nonsense land and nothing happened. And then the next thing they know, they were kind enough to just cancel my pre-order without anything. And then not even 5 seconds after they canceled me, I just ordered it again, and this time it came.
Yeah, I heard a lot about
why they couldn't figure that out, I don't know. But
there was a lot of chatter on the Facebook groups about that happening. People's pre-orders on the Rotons got canceled, and then they had to reorder them again, and then they came through. That was weird. But there's like a ton of Rotons down here at the Batesville Walmart. And I went to Hernando Walmart today, and when I walked over to the clearance section, guess what's $19.95 in the clearance section all over the place? Stridor.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Our buddy Bjorn said there were Stridors all over his Walmart, too.
Yeah. Oh, and thank you so much there, Eldor. Eldor says he's going to try to boost his old magic power on the Great Eye, but it's not too bad there. Okay, cool deal, man.
Never hurts to have
And
a Vader.
War Made Cardboard said there's nothing here at his Walmart. Okay, well, yeah, they just got through resetting that. I had a live video that went a live premiere earlier today of a toy hunt that I did about a couple of weeks ago, and that was right after the big reset after Thanksgiving. And so, if anybody hadn't had a chance to watch that, do get a chance. Run over and watch that real quick. I've seen a lot of you guys in there. I was actually standing out in front of Target in Horn Lake, Mississippi, while that was premiering.
Did you find anything at the Target? It seems like slim pickings for some of that.
I found. Look, we went to 2 Targets. We went to the one in South Haven, not South Haven, but Horn Lake, and then we went to the one that was over in Olive Branch. And yeah, I brought home a haul. I brought home a haul.
Cool.
I shouldn't have, but I did. Grindhead
Well,
Jim
I got
says a question for Joneser. Question for Joneser from Grindhead Jim. He says, "Is that pegboard new? It looks freaking great. He likes your pegboard back there."
Yeah, it's fairly new. Yeah, we were running out of space for the Masterverse figures, and I was like, my wife had an old pegboard when she used to sell jewelry she wasn't using. I was like, hey, those toy boxes got little peg holes on them. I'm like, maybe I could make use of that.
Looks good.
Yeah, I kept them all off the floor and scattered them. It's a mess.
Eldor says he's got no Rotons where he's living at, no Stridors except for the online stores that got them last year, but none of the major markets got in as of yet. Well, Eldor's portal that he uses to bring his merchandise to Eternia from the Earth is located in New Zealand, so he has a very, very hard time getting his stuff to that portal in New Zealand. So we just pray that Eldor gets everything that he wants, because it's kind of hard, getting your stuff to Eternia by way of New Zealand.
Yeah, I imagine shipping is pricey too.
Or Made Cardboard's wife is watching the X-Men cartoon. It's kind of distracting me. I would imagine I'd be distracted by that cartoon too, because I kind of liked it back in the day.
Oh yeah. Well, I brought a little something for you, Bill, for show and tell.
Huh?
Said I brought a little something for show and tell just for you, Bill.
Cool. I can't wait. I was going to let you guys see me breaking down something real quick here.
Sure.
We have Elvis here, and as you can see, he's fat Elvis because he's been eating. And I'm sure if you guys hadn't had a chance, please do get a chance to go over and watch the video of that. I'm cleaning up everything over here because I just can't wait to show off this cool crap that I picked up on my haul today. And of course, there's going to be a full toy hunt video on that. Give me that fork there, Elvis.
Yeah, I enjoyed that Christmas message from the King. That was awesome.
Yeah, that's been around for a long time. The audio for that, they used to play it on the radio every year here, and I thought that it would be great with this guy right here narrating the thing, and so I cut that together. I thought you guys would get a kick out of that, and I got my dining room set here. I'm gonna put that fork and that knife back in its place, and then I'm gonna put this back on the shelf and clean off the toy area here. As you can see, a full Thanksgiving meal is there on the table ready to be eaten.
That's a cool setup.
Yeah, this is all dollhouse stuff that I picked up from I think Hobby Lobby is where I bought these things from.
Oh, okay. Yeah, they have some good deals now and then.
Yeah, I'm gonna just toy cam it here, and I'm gonna start moving these things back where they go over here, out of the way.
Well, Bill, did Paula make you some good victuals for your turkey day?
Actually, no. Paula had to work that night, and
Oh, too bad.
what she did was she at the place where she works at, they had a Thanksgiving meal, and she made me a plate and brought it home, which I appreciated greatly yesterday.
Yeah.
That's what I had for supper. That's what I had for supper last night was that. Uh, and I haven't had anything to eat today. We were supposed to go to Steak Escape in Hernando after we had gotten through grabbing one thing in Walmart, right? Well, I didn't get to eat anything at Steak Escape because they decided to go grocery shopping at Walmart and waste up all the time that we had allotted. And I had to rush home. All right. I'm going to start with the things that I find. I found these. I didn't think I would ever see these in a store, and I wasn't going to buy them online. Check this out, folks. Flash
Nice.
and Ming the Merciless in retro packaging. I don't know if I'll ever take them out of their boxes. They're just too sweet looking. What do you think about those guys?
Those are awesome. I'm a big Flash Gordon fan, and that looks a lot like the old Migos that I remember that came out about the time the cartoon did.
Yeah, those I think they were made by Mattel. Mattel did those, and
Were they?
that packaging is just like the Mattel packaging from back in the day, and they are painted up to match the way they look back in the day, and they just look awesome. And when I saw them, I had to get them. And then my wife, we went to another I think it was no, we did this at that Target that we were at when we got those two figures. My wife found what she had been looking for all along. She had already had her Spock, but we found Captain Kirk. And once we found Captain Kirk, she said, "Well, go ahead and get Khan for me." So we
There you
got
go.
Khan and Captain Kirk for Paula.
Awesome.
Let's see what Grindhead Jim's saying here. I can confirm that Mattel was the Flash Gordon toys of old. These look great. And what's my cardboard says he wanted the rocket ship from the TV show. Yeah, I wanted the rocket ship from the show instead of the blow up thing that they actually made. It was actually like a blow up toy. You remember that thing?
Yep. It's kind of like a blimp with a little control center.
Yes. I think some toys got mixed up here. I know what this is. No, it didn't get mixed up. This is not a toy for me to show today. That's a gift for somebody. Haha.
Now, Jones, were you a fan of the old Flash Gordon cartoon that came out from
Not
Filmation?
much the cartoon, but I remember watching the movie with the old Queen.
Oh yeah,
with the Flash.
Yep.
Oh yeah, that's a wonderful movie. I mean, it was cheesy as all get out, but that was all part of the the charm, as you say.
I even have a graphic novel of that too. You know, real old one, like with a hardcover.
Oh, that's
yeah.
cool.
Yeah, one great thing about that Filmation cartoon is the rotoscoping they used there. If I remember correctly, that was where they learned some of the techniques they later used for the Masters of the Universe cartoon. Is that right, Bill?
I wouldn't say that. I would say it all started with Tarzan, Lord of the Jungle, and then Flash Gordon. Yeah, Tarzan, Lord of the Jungle, then Flash Gordon, and then on to Masters of the Universe much later on. And finally, I've got stuff here, but I don't know where they are. I don't have those sites in here. But I found this.
Oh, neat.
Batman.
That is the Villain's Lair from McFarlane Toys. And as you can see back here on the back, there is the picture of what it looks like when it's all put together. So that's something that we'll do in the future, guys, is put that together. And Grindhead Jim says, let's not forget Black Star. You're correct. Yep. Black Star did come out around that time, a little later than Tarzan. I think that was in the early 80s, late 70s or early 80s when Black Star came out, but I do remember Black Star.
Right, but all those classic filmations used that rotoscoping technique where they would take live actors and then film them and then use that as their base for the animation, right?
The stock library.
They
Yeah.
would, and a lot of the humans were rotoscoped in those, correct? And World Cardboard says Tarzan, Lone
Mhm.
Ranger, and Zorro, which I remember that show well too, were great filmation cartoons on a Saturday morning. Absolutely.
Yeah.
They
I
also
miss
did
those.
weird,
Flores is in the house. I'll say hello to Rolando Flores. Glad you could make it there, sir. And
Hola, Rolando.
so that takes care of that. So we'll put Jim on the big screen here and let him show off some stuff that he said he wanted to show us.
Yeah, I found this kind of oddity here, and thought you'd get a kick out of it, Bill. Mind the dust here. I'm cleaning up and redoing the man cave, and I dug this out of storage. I thought you'd like it.
Oh, it's a motorbike, and you got the Xenosaurus there. No, that's Xenozilla is riding.
This is the Easy Rider Xenozilla, the rare edition.
Rare,
but
okay, cool.
No, the bike is actually.
Take notes.
That's right. The bike is actually handmade. I found this at a little one of the little markets here. Somebody had put this together out of some scrap metal and put a lot of detail in it. I'm not sure what scale it's supposed to be, but it's really pretty. The wheels even move, and it has a sidecar. It's a little too big for most of my 6-inch guys, but I'll find somebody who'll fit in it. Like I said, their Xenozilla seems to work for now, so we kind of get him mounted on there, and we're good to go. We'll be heading down the highway.
I think you made Grindhead Jim spit his coffee out there.
Yeah, I thought he'd like that too. But he just looks like he belongs there, doesn't he? He's just ready to go cruise for some trouble.
That is wonderful. That is wonderful. And I'm glad that Jim was watching the toy hunt video earlier, and he got to see the comments that I made there towards the end about something that we really, really need to do at Revelation Toys. We've got to have our laser sharks. Laser sharks are a must.
It was interesting to see a couple of shark toys there on your toy hunt, and not one of them had a laser. That was a crying shame.
I know. Sharks with no lasers are bad sharks.
That's it.
Rolo says there's proof out there that Walmart pays royalty fees to the Grays to have all the portals installed in their markets. Okay, so now we know what's going on with the Walmart stuff, that it's being abducted by space aliens.
That would explain the pre-order kerfuffles that we keep seeing between them and the other place. Target. Lord.
Not Nightbot. Nightbot showed up right as I was pressing the button. There we go. He looks cool on that bike. Don't give me any ideas, says Rolo.
Oh boy. Yeah, I'm sure Rolo could come up with something.
And I want to give full credit to World Made of Cardboard. I think he was the one that came up with the idea of sharks with laser beams. So yeah, you got full credit on that one, but we need to keep pushing Grindhead Jim on this so that we can get our sharks with lasers.
Well, let's let him get through the holidays with what few brain cells he has left, and then we'll bug him in the new year when we see the Kraken.
Yeah, I can't wait for that. The Kraken's coming, guys. Well,
now, a Kraken with 2 laser sharks as roller skates. That's the ticket.
Damn right. All right, and Grindhead Jim says, if I tell you guys that we're deep in R&D on the laser sharks, will you get off my back?
If you will officially say that, we'll quit bugging you for at least 5 minutes.
Exactly. And if we don't see them laser sharks soon, then we'll go back to bugging again. Well, Joneser, you got your Roton sitting there in front of you like you just want to talk all about it. So I'm giving you the stage there, brother.
Well, quite honestly, I don't have much to say about the Roton, but I did want to speak to toy hunting, the Targets and Walmarts around me. We haven't had much for Fresh Origins probably since Christmas. And that was, I think, the Buzz Off Sorceress Jitsu wave. And
they're still peg warming in all the Walmarts that I've been in.
But I mean, like, we didn't get Nantana or nobody. Anybody I found was via Big Bad Toy Store or pre-ordering online. And it's not that I haven't been looking. Target's been a little better than Walmart, but Walmart has been dry as a desert. Like almost nothing. And even for Masterverse figures, they've got the same Skelegods from last year and the same He-Man and Skeletor from Wave 1. I mean, some of that Masterverse stuff peg warms at Target a little bit, but Walmart, it's dry. There's almost nothing. And it's getting to the point where, like, I used to be excited. We get to Walmart and I get to look, and then now we get to Walmart. But I guess I'll look, but there's not going to be anything there.
Yeah, it's sure disappointing.
Yeah, it just sucks the fun out of it. It's like you had that feeling when you were a kid and you go to the toy aisle and it's just like, wow, and now you go to the toy aisle and there's just nothing.
It's like, meh.
There's just the same crap you saw last time that you didn't buy then and weren't even going to buy if it went on clearance.
Yep. It's not a great time for action figures, but it seems like the Hot Wheels and stuff, they keep pretty well stocked.
They do. And I'm not really into them. And quite honestly, budget-wise, being a Masters of the Universe collector and a comic collector, I really can't get into more things. I did start to do the superpowers, and now that I've got them, I almost wish I didn't. They didn't really turn out as great. I think I have the nostalgia goggles for those, and then,
I'll say that I'm pretty happy with mine for what they are. They fit in great with my superpowers collection that I already have. I don't know if you have an extensive superpowers collection there, Anthony, but I do.
have some of the Toy Biz ones that they did later. I got like Wonder Woman and Joker and Lex Luthor and Robin.
Yeah, Toddy Mac there, his figures are kind of they're not quite, but the vehicles are really nice. The new Supermobile and the Batwing, I'm real impressed with. And rumor has it,
my Batwing because I'm afraid I might get one of those exploding canopies, and I have to video how to make it not do that and how to fix it.
That brings up a point. I've got 2 Supermobiles and I've got 2 Batwings, and it's getting towards Christmas time. So what I want everybody to do is I want everybody to think about if you want one or the other, because I think I'm going to be doing a giveaway on the show at some point or another. It's probably going to be on one of the Sunday shows, not on like tonight or anything. But you guys come up with some ideas about how to do this, because there's a lot of different ways we could do it. I mean, I could do it with Nightbot, which I don't know if that's as much fun or not. Or I could do it like JPR does it. JPR has everybody email him, and then they email him with a subject in the subject line, and he takes all the emails from everybody who sent him and he puts their names into a cup and he just draws them out live on the air when drawing time comes. That's one way of doing it. Or we could do a game of some sort or something like that. But
how you feel about doing some weird, fantastic trivia? Maybe do some trivia, and whoever answers first.
Do that, but, I would want to have something that would be fun to do and interactive on the show. So that might be an idea if I can find some kind of website or something that might be able to do a lot of that heavy lifting for me. I'll have to do a little bit of research on that. Hopefully we can do this before Christmas.
Yeah.
And
Adam from Radical Toys might be able to help you with figuring out how to do a trivia deal. That would
be great. Grindhead Jim is here with us, but he hasn't said a word.
Because y'all were talking. I don't want to be rude.
Oh, I figured you just hadn't had your coffee yet.
No, I actually haven't had any coffee today at all. All I've had today is water. So y'all can shut up about that too. So just to be absolutely clear and make the official statement, we had about an hour plus conversation about sharks with freaking laser beams on their heads. We have several ideas that we can cull and kit bash from our existing toy catalog that we have. When we get a chance to actually sit down and mess with it, that's going to be after the Kraken is done. But I can tell you sometime between when the Kraken releases, but before we get more serious about never-ending story stuff, you're going to see some sharks with some freaking laser beams on their heads, maybe a few more bits and bobbles depending upon how it works out. There, I said it. Now leave me alone about the freaking shark, the freaking laser beams on their heads. Okay?
You heard it here first, kids.
Phone here.
That's right.
10-4 there, Jim. We're so happy to hear that, Jim. He pops out now as soon as he said that. He came on just so he could say that. Good deal. And World Made Cardboard said all he's been drinking is caffeine. Well, the first thing I did when I got in the house after I got the studio set up was I went and put a cup of coffee on.
Got to have your priorities.
I can hear my wife and my daughter on the phone right now. Oh, there it is. Okay. All right. Was it still in the car?
No, it was in the Target bag.
Okay. I don't know if y'all can hear them on the phone or not, but another bag of stuff just came into the room here, and I thought I would show that off real quick because this is some cool crap.
Please do.
First of all, I got this is the original superheroes line that came out, and most of these sculpts are the same as those that you saw on the Flash Gordon and Ming the Merciless. But I've got the Phantom.
Nice.
Which the Phantom has always been one of my favorites. Really, he really has. And my daughter found this one, and she knows. I see. I've always been a big fan of the King Features toys, and I love the Defenders of the Earth when they came out because it was actually a crossover. All of the King Features characters: Phantom, Flash Gordon, and
Mandrake.
Nice. Magician. So there he is in all of his glory. There is Mandrake the Magician. And yes, I know they're NECA. They may not ever even come out of the boxes, for all I know. And as you can see, the cross cell back here on the back, if I can zoom in, will let me. No, it's not. I'm zoomed in far as it'll go. Let me bring it in a little closer.
I'm also kind of leery of those NECAs. I did buy the Flash Gordon and the Ming. I heated them up real good, and so far, no breakage. So that they seem to be improving a little bit.
Yeah, and I may not ever take these guys out of the package at least for right now. But as you can see on the cross cell, Phantom, Ming the Merciless, Flash Gordon, Mandrake the Magician, and his man Friday Lothar are all back there on the back. And as you can see, I don't have the Defenders of the Earth version of Phantom back there. Yeah, he's more comic accurate with his stripedy shorts.
Mm-hmm.
Defenders of the Earth, he didn't have stripedy shorts on that one.
Or the gun holsters either. Yeah,
right.
The classic one you got, I like better because he's got his 45s and all that.
And the Flash Gordon figure there, it's the same head sculpt and pretty much the same body sculpt, except for those epaulets on his shoulders. What are they called? Epaulets? Is that what they're called?
Sure.
And and one of my partners in crime is in the chat down here today. That would be Eli. Hey, Eli, how's it going? He says, "Is that cape cloth?" That would.
On Mandrake or on Ming or
yes, Mandrake does have a cloth cape back there. That's correct, Eli. And Gap After Dark just showed up. Hey, Gap, he says, I have Phantom and Flash and Ming figures that you're showing. Love them. Yeah, the Flash and Ming figures that I ended up with, Gap, were the ones that were retro carded to look more like the old Mattel figures. So, yeah. And let's see what Jim's saying here. I will say that I'm hearing solid reports about recent NECA releases, but the feeling I get is like a battered spouse whose abuser has returned from several months of therapy. Yeah, I won't hurt you this time, baby. We're not. I've changed.
Yeah, that's fair.
And we have Eli here who says, "Nice. I hope it is wired." I don't think it is, but it would be nice. But hey, if I wanted a wired cape, guess what? I know where I could get one.
Yes, sir. The Cape Master. He's good at that
That's
kind
right.
of stuff.
The Cape Master is the place to get all of your Cape needs. So, let me get me back up on the screen here. It's been a big day, and I spent way too much money, as you can see. And Paula, when we got on, the first thing Paula said was, "All right, how much of this stuff am I wrapping up for Christmas?" And I said, "Done. We're not wrapping that stuff up."
Oh, come on now. You could wrap it up and pretend to be surprised if it's under the tree, even though you know what it is.
That sucks because then you can't
what we do
on Christmas. Come on, man.
Yep. Bill, if you happen to see another one of those mandrakes, if you could snag one for me, I'd be happy to reimburse you down the road because I can't get that here.
I'd be more than happy to, but I'll warn you, Largo, this trip to Target was the first time I had been up in that area and set foot in a Target store since this time last year.
Yeah, I understand. If you don't need to go, it's not something you put on your itinerary. But if you happen to snag one, that would be groovy.
If I get you one, and speaking of which, is our pal Adam in the chat? If he is, speak up, man, because I need to talk to you. So send me a DM sometime so that we can chat. My wife wants to send you a Christmas card.
Oh, yeah. I don't see Adam here at the moment, but I think he's got something going on a little later today. He's going to show us the Roboto.
Yeah, he's got a live show tonight. I think at 9 p.m. his time, or is it 9 p.m. our time? 8 p.m. our time? I can't.
remember. I'm not sure what time zone he's in. But
he's in the Atlantic time. He's in the Atlantic time zone, which is 1 hour ahead of the Eastern time zone. So
I think we're in Central, right?
We're Central, so Central, Eastern, Atlantic. So he's like 2 hours behind us.
I'm in Minnesota, basically Southern Canada. It's just on the American side.
Yeah, but. Yeah, he's 2 time zones away from us in the other direction. You know, usually we have to deal with the people over there on the left coast who are all ahead of or behind us, and he's up there ahead of us. So it's kind of weird. So when it's like 8 o'clock here, it's like 9, 10, or 11 there. You know, 10 o'clock there, 8 o'clock.
It seems to me like he never sleeps because he messages me all day, all night, and all.
He does sleep. I figured him out. He does sleep. See, I think he's on disability or something, and he stays at home all day.
Yeah.
So what he does is he takes cat naps all during the day, and then when he gets up,
does the micro sleep.
Well, you know, Zazel does the same thing over there in Australia. How in the hell does Zazel pop into all this stuff that's going on over here when he ought to be in the bed? Well, he sits over there and lays in the bed and cat naps with his phone beside him. And when he hears the alert that somebody goes live, he goes and grabs the phone and runs in there and says, "Hey," to him. And I guess he puts the phone back up and goes back to sleep.
Yeah, for Zazel, his today is our tomorrow. So
yeah, he's already so far ahead of us that he's already in tomorrow. What's Eli saying here? Eli says, "My sister calls me a bit from the shop she's in at the moment, and asked me what I need for my sets. They didn't have what I wanted, but they did have an original man Monstroid still in the box sealed." Wow, cool. And what is Jim saying here about micro naps? Y'all can say micro naps all you want, but look, I've seen Fight Club. I know what's coming.
Yep, got to watch out for that alternate personality taking over.
And Eli says she would have got it for me, for you, Bill, but it was way out of the price range. I bet it was way out of the price range. But if anybody wants to buy me anything for Christmas, you don't have to. I've already got so much Christmas here that it'll last me for a good while. And I'm sure that you feel about the same way there, don't you, Joneser?
Yeah, I got comic book boxes I haven't even gone through yet. You know, so I'm hoping to find some treasure in them when I do. But yeah, it's hard to keep up.
I was going to say, speaking of comic books, this is something Grindhead Jim turned me on to. Bill, I think you might have picked some of these up. This is from a little press called Trident. And what he did is he took all the little mini comics that came with the superpowers from Kenner and put them in a collected volume. So it's got, let's see if I can get a picture here. It's got all the little mini comics, but it also has the hero cards. So it shows, you know, the card that was on the card back and all the information there. It's just a fun way to read them if you have a mind to. The stories are pretty good, and the artwork is great.
Jim, Largo, there's two volumes of that. By the way, did you get them both?
Oh yeah, got to get both.
There's a third book. Before the Superpowers figures came out, they did a set of Secret Origins figures that were released with a pack of candy inside the package, and it was called Comic Book Candy. And they did Secret Origins, Superman, Batman, Flash, Justice League, Wonder Woman, Hulkman. This guy, the same guy at Trident Studios, has collected those into a volume as well. And before he published that, he contacted me through my blog because I had a blog post about Comic Book Candy, and he wanted to use some of the photographs that I had on there, and he wanted to know, you know, if he could use them and if I wanted anything for it. And I said, no, I don't want anything, and you're happy. I'm happy for you to use them. I said, but I would love to have a copy of that book when you finish it. And a little while later, about a month or two later, in the mail, out of nowhere, a surprise, I got the little book with the pictures in it, and it had from Weird Fantastic Toy Adventures blog down there at the bottom in my URL, like I asked. And he also sent me as a surprise gift along with that the 2 volumes of Superpowers.
Excellent. Yeah, I'll have to check out that Secret Origins. That sounds fun. I love those kind of books. I got another one up here if I can reach it. That I found these. I'm always looking for something oddball and obscure to add to my collection. And these are from it's another group that does collected volumes. This is Taschen. I'm not sure how you pronounce that. Where'd he go? There it is. This is the publisher.
There, Largo.
Yeah. I don't know if they do a couple of different books of pop culture stuff, and these are of some of the classic Marvel stuff. So this one's Avengers, and it's got some of the old Marvel bullpen stuff in there, and little bits from the classic comics, and little blurbs here that tell who did what and who was the writer at the time, and just some great artwork. There's a great vision shot. So just a fun, and again, it's a fun piece. I throw it in the back of my Avengers display because, you know, why not? And got one for the Fantastic Four here as well with some classic Kirby style art on there.
Absolutely.
And then there's a great Alex Ross shot on the back of the a reproduction of the first Fantastic Four appearance. And again, it's just chock full of little stories from like people like Roy Thomas and some of the other guys that used to work on the some of the classic stuff. Got some great reprints in here for different comic pages and times and of storylines in the different eras. So I found these on Amazon, and they were, I think, maybe $9 each. So quite a deal.
Not bad at all. Well, the chat has just been chattering away. Grindhead Jim made a comment, and I resemble that comment. He said we should pool our money and hire Bill, an interior designer that specializes in storage and display. As a fellow cardboard swimmer, I think he would appreciate that. Yeah, we're working on that. Here's Rolo.
Yeah, the weird Fantastic Palace back there needs a little shining, so we put those robots up.
Going on here? Let's Rolo up and see what we can see.
Holy moly!
What the hell is going on?
It's Rolozilla.
The hell is going on, Rolo?
He's getting ready to stomp on Tokyo.
Here's the new Mechzilla.
Nice.
Mexilla. Okay. All right.
All right. In my
Good Lord. He's got a tail. He's shaking his booty there. All right there, Rolo. Is this the first stream that you've done from the new digs there, Rolo?
Yes, it is. Just freshly set up, especially for you, my friend. I hope you can hear me.
Yeah, I can hear you fine. You need a little more lighting on you there.
I can do a little bit more lighting on me there.
There you
go. That's a little better. There we go. Yeah. Kind of a shine going down there. But yeah, hey, so where'd you find that costume from?
Yeah, well, Resurrection Toys is always on the run, no? So we find things like that on the way as well. The original Godzilla eyes.
Are you going to be in tryouts for the Resurrection mascot? You might have to audition.
I'm just having fun, man. I'm just having fun.
And I think I missed telling y'all about this figure here.
Oh yeah,
I found the McFarlane Catwoman, which I like the Mattel versions of these figures much better. The way they move and the way they feel are a lot better than Toddy Mac's articulation. But this figure has its mask on its face, and I just had to pick it up. It looks beautiful. I don't know if I'll ever pull it out of the package either, but it looks really nice.
It's a good head sculpt. I have the Eartha Kitt version he did because that wasn't in the Mattel line.
I did not see that one. I probably would have picked that one up too as well if I had seen that one. So
her articulation's stiff, but her face is perfect.
Yeah. That's cool.
Let me see if I can go grab her so you can take a look at her.
Okay, Jim. Let me do this for Jim's sake here. He wants to know if she comes with a lifelike camel toe. There is a camel toe there. I will tell you. I'm not joking. There is a camel toe there. It's actually the seam line that's going down to her costume and around to her rear end there. And there is a hint of camel toe there. So just for you, Jim.
Miss Camel Toe.
I guess that amused Eli. So there we go.
Miss Camel Toe always was my favorite, next to Nurse Hatchet in DS9.
Yeah. And he says, "Look at the smile on that face." Yeah. I don't know if he's talking about you or Julie Newmar's figure there, but. And Jim also says you got to love that attention to detail, kids. Yeah. Toddy Mac is not the greatest on the attention to detail as far as I'm concerned, but he did pretty well there, I think. Well, so we're about 50 minutes into the show. We've looked at a lot of my stuff. We've talked to Joneser. Joneser is our favorite comic book guy, so we always bring Joneser on the show to talk comics. So talk comics, man. Tell me what you've been reading lately and what you think is going to be looking good here in the future for maybe Marvel and DC.
Well, I'm going to surprise you with this one because I'm usually the cranky old man that hates change. But I was actually reading the Punisher where they changed his symbol. And I actually picked up those books and read them, and I actually liked the story. I do think and hope that they go back to the old school symbol because I think the reasons they changed the symbol are BS, if you ask me. But it's actually well written. It's a cool story, and I think it captures the character of the Punisher well. So I very much enjoyed that and didn't expect to. So that was a good surprise for me. DC wise, I tried to pick up some Batman books and some Superman books and trying to get back in it. And man, the more I look at the new DC stuff, the more I reach for the old DC stuff. Oh, that was cool.
Yeah. Let me bring old Jimbo up here. Let him show off that Eartha Kitt. There we go.
Yeah, I love the Julie Newmar, but they did a really good job on this one, I thought. Again, the articulation's not the best.
It looks like the bucks are the same. Are the bucks absolutely the same, and the only difference is the head sculpts?
It appears so. I don't have the Julie Newmar from Toddy Mac. I do have the one from Mattel, just for comparison. So I think it's the same cat suit.
Those are much better designed figures.
I got a question for Mr. Joneser here, as he is our expert in comics. I'm passing by for a month now. What seems to be a special edition of Marvel comics. It's a collector's edition. It's quite a thick thing here. It's binded, and it collects all the artwork of Mexican artworkers for Marvel comic. Do you know that book? And if you know, do you recommend it to me to buy? Because I'm like plunging around it for a couple of months now. Nobody seems
I don't know the book, but quite honestly, I think you're recommending buying it to yourself, because if you've been looking at it that long, you should probably pull the trigger and check it out.
I was going to say that I would
get it. Have all these Mexican artists from the Marvel universe, and I have a lot of their art in the original. There is great stripes from the 70s and from the 80s and even earlier on. So this is the way that I'm looking at it. It's probably not a modern comic collection. It's just an interesting piece, right?
But you know, pull the trigger on that one, Rolo. Go get that damn book, man. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's two Masters of the Universe figures, so there has to be made a decision.
I hear you there.
Oh, just another note before I forget. If anybody bought the Toddy Mac Adam West Batman, you know that he comes with that same terrible cape that Toddy Mac's known for with his cape heroes. The Cape Master has produced a replacement cape for this figure that looks awesome. I'm waiting. It's in the mail. And I'm hoping he'll be doing one for the Robin as well, because these capes are subpar at best. But the head sculpts are not bad. So for display, once the Cape Master fits it. Yeah, they're just this weird ribbon material. It's not up to snuff. But we know a way to fix it.
It looks like you have to pull the heads off to get the capes off of them.
Yeah, you will. They're glued down and they're underneath the cowl piece of the neck. So I'll have to heat them up and pull that apart to fix him up. But the ones that Cape Master did are more like the superpowers. They'll have a C-clip here, which will be much better.
Well, he uses actually he uses a little piece of wire in there. Now, I will give a warning out, folks. Okay. You can manipulate that wire a little bit with those capes to make them fit better, but be very, very careful, because if you start using too much pressure on those wires will press and go through the material. And once it goes through the material, you'll never get it to fit right again. So be real careful with those little wire clips he puts in there.
With any custom stuff, you need to treat it a little more delicate than you would a mass-produced piece.
That's true. And that brings up a pretty good point, Largo, that I would like to reiterate to all of you guys out there that have not ever pulled the trigger on customs. Custom stuff is not meant to be played with by children. It's meant to be played with by an adult who wants to put it on display, because
or toy photography.
It's PLA plastic that's been put through a 3D printer or something like that. And PLA plastic is notoriously brittle.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
I've picked up a third-party piece for my Stalker. This was made by Gridiron Studios. I don't know if you remember the old G.I. Joe comics where the cartoon where he had the jetpack on. Nice one. They did a really great job on the sculpt, but I think it's a 3D resin, and it is a little persnickety. It have to be a little gentle with it. Yeah. But the design is great. They really borrowed from what you would expect from the scenes we saw in the cartoon for a minute, and They kind of did their own little spin on it.
The vintage toys actually put out the jetpack and the little platform that you blast off from.
Right.
And if I remember correctly, in the original comics, it was the laser rifle trooper Flash who was generally one who wore that a lot. We have Eldor here. Hold on.
Yep.
Let me bring Eldor up full screen here because Eldor is using the eye of the universe in order to get in. Okay, hello, Eldor, can you hear me?
Can you hear me? Hello there, chaps.
Yes, Eldor.
Just a moment.
Yes. Concentrate, everybody. Eldor, come in.
I'm just connecting, as it were.
We're sending you our positive thoughts so you have an easy transfer. There he is.
There he goes.
Hey, Eldor, how's it going, man? It's good to see you in the chat. In the stream today with me. Glad you could come in.
I'm very good there, sir. How are you doing tonight?
Doing pretty good, Eldor. Doing pretty good. It's been a long day for me. Yeah, it's been kind of a long day. We've been shopping here and doing a lot of getting some toys. So what have you been up to, Eldor, since the last we talked?
Well, yes, I picked up a few new toys here. I went to the markets there, and one stall had buy one and get another one half price. So I thought that was a bit of a steal, I believe you say.
That's great.
And yes, I walked away with Origins Mantenna and a pig head. So a spare Mantenna there to do a little unboxing with at some stage. And of course our old pig head there. Yes, no, I've been good otherwise. I was up a bit late last night though. I was on the YouTube watching all these mysteries as you do. All the UFOs, I think you say it. All these interdimensional beings and hairy yetis and what have you. So,
well, now you have the inside knowledge. Are some of those UFOs coming from Eternia? Are they checking us out?
I wouldn't know. We don't tend to launch into space that often over here. It could be old Ohm, maybe, visiting your planet with all those little glowing balls coming out of the sky. Maybe it's someone from Ohm's world there. Of course, remember Ohm from one of the Filmation episodes. When he comes down and he sees them all squabbling about and a bit of a pickle and what have you. So he has old, what was that, old He-Man and Skeletor fighting it out and so forth. But yes, I don't know. It could be someone from his world, I think.
It's a good thought. It might be.
The arena.
Yes, and Grandhead Jim says USA, Guatemala, New Zealand, and Mexico are all represented today on Weird Fantastic Toy Adventures. And when was the last time you saw something like this? Wow. Well, I will go ahead and say this, Jim. You have to understand that actually Eldor is on the planet Eternia right now. He only has a portal in New Zealand where he gets his toys, and that portal sends the toys to Eternia to him. So we have to understand
it's usually brought to me by I usually get my things brought to me by old Post Tour. Yeah. Or sometimes
Post Tour, yes.
A bit of falconry. Bit of falconry drops the mail through my chamber window there, sometimes on my nose. So he's looking a bit swollen from all that, I think.
Well,
now, Eldor, do you use the Eternia eagles or owls for mail, or how does that work?
No, we don't get the old owls dropping in the mail. They're usually up to their own thing, you know. Putting holes in trees and such.
Indeed.
Let's see. Gochutron had a question here. Let's see. Is there a wizard on Bill's stream, or did I get into the happy mushrooms again? No, you're actually seeing Eldor the Elder here on my show today. So no happy mushrooms, man. You're actually seeing the thing.
I'd say if he's also seeing a Godzilla, he probably has the happy mushrooms.
Yeah,
I heard it.
I was going to ask Eldor. I saw recently that Eldor put up some videos, and one of the videos that It's going to be on his duplicate, the Origins custom duplicate that he did.
Wonderful.
Yes. 2 review videos, space of a day of each other. That's a bit unheard of from me, but it's a bit of a treat there for you.
Yeah, Jones, or if you haven't seen, he does some wonderful customs that are just awesome for Masters of the Universe.
Speaking of which, yes, while I was watching all those scary docos last night, all the UFOs that you have in a few small towns out your way there in the old USA, I think, and all the hairy, what is the great apes or the Yetis or whatever you call it, coming out at night with big red eyes.
Big feet.
Yeah, what is
Bigfoot,
it? Oh, yes, I remember now. Particularly one town in particular that gets most of that rebel coming out and about, and all the lights dropping out of the sky and what have you. Oh, give me the chills. I probably should have been watching it late night at night. Gets me a bit wary when I'm walking around the dark corridors here in Castle Grayskull. You get the feeling like someone's following you, like the chills down your side, and you run to your bedroom pretty quick and you shut the door behind you.
Yeah.
So yes, while I was watching them talking about the UFOs and the aliens and whatnot, I was doing a little bit of a repaint on this Revelation Skeletor, or at least what's left of him, because I used his shin pieces on my Kodar custom a wee while back. So he's got a spare Fisto shin pieces on at the moment. I just plonked his feet back on there, and he's got a bit of a black cape. I took off that.
Is that
new Eternia Skeletor? Yes, bit of a cloth cape. I know. I took that off. I took that off old Master Vest Triclops' his little cult uniform there. I had to. Oh, blimey, that was a bit of work. I had to pry up all the different pieces of that to get the cape off. So he's got his cape on there now. So not sure how good the lighting's going to be there. I painted his little Havoc staff there in a bit of golden colour.
I like the face sculpt on that a lot.
That Havoc staff looks a lot better with your detailing.
Absolutely.
Yes, it was looking a bit blue, shall we say. He's looking a bit more happier now.
Eldor, you have a question.
Painted old Skeletor's head there a bit yellow. Sorry. What was that?
Yeah, you have a question there from one of our chatters. World Made of Cardboard, our friend asks, "What is your secret to staying so young?"
Oh, I don't know. Doing the old stretches in the morning. Gone for a walk to the markets, maybe from time to time. A bit of Earl Grey tea. Some biscuits.
Some Eternia lattes.
Not too much of that. Maybe laying up the coffee, I think, but I'm a bit naughty sometimes.
Yeah. Well, I do think that you spent a number of years in corporeal form. You weren't actually in corporeal form.
Oh, yes. Many years ago, I sacrificed my physical form, as most of you know. But I was able to retake my corporeal form here not too long ago. So that was good.
So
I think the old youth here in the attorney were going a bit astray again, shall we say. So we needed my guardianship over the Book of Living Spells here again to teach them the ancient secrets and what have you, and a bit of wisdom at the same time.
Sounds good.
Yes.
My wife has just entered the room. She's grabbing things out of the room and walking off with them. I think she's getting ready to start.
Is she cleaning up your mess, is she?
Yes, she is. She's tidying up the mess.
She's tidying up your room.
Toys. Yeah.
I hope you got no Lego lying about there. She doesn't want to step on that old Lego. What?
That's right. Be careful, Bill, or Paula's going to wrap all that stuff up and you'll find it under the tree and then you'll have to figure out which is which.
Either that or she'll take those plastic bags and wrap them around my neck. But yeah,
good boy
she's kind of tidying up here where I can walk in and out. Eli has threatened to come on the show here in a minute as soon as he can get his phone charged up. And I had something, and I don't know where it went. I think it was with everything she just took.
I think we're going to need a bigger computer for all us folks. A bigger computer.
Oh, yeah, I know.
Bill, my friend.
Hey, what's up, Rolo?
I'm going to say goodbye, my friend, because it's going to be very difficult for you. The more people you get on, the more hangy your transmission gets, my friend. So I'm just going to make space for another guys and keep on enjoying the stream with you in the chat. Anyway, Godzilla was the only thing that I had to show this week. So it was a great pleasure to be around with you guys and see you lately tomorrow, right?
Yeah, I'm going to be on late tomorrow night after AOM TV's over with for the after show. Basically, that's a wind down show. Hope to see you there and maybe Largo as well. We're just going to hang out and just have a good time. Yeah. But what I was going to show you guys, my son-in-law.
Too much. I might jump off in a little bit, and old Rolo might be able to come back on.
Okay,
there.
Well. Sure, Eldor, but you're welcome to stay or
there
leave.
You are now. Okay.
All right. And but my son-in-law bought this for me because he knows that I collect these little things. This is a blind ball that's got it's got something in it. I don't know exactly what it's got in it or how much it's got in it, but it's the little small figures that that are about the size big enough for action figures to play with as toys. So
and you should have toys for your toys.
Yeah,
that's always a good idea.
Toys.
Do they have their collections going on too?
Yeah, they do. And I'm going to open this thing up if I can, and we'll see what's in
curious,
here.
Yeah. Yes. Ooh.
And find the little spot where the hole is to tear this.
Yes, it looks very fiddly there, sir.
It is. Now we can tear this open.
Oh, hello there, Georgia.
We got
lovely there.
There's one figure in here, and it is Rick and Morty.
Oh, nice.
Oh, yes, very good there.
Make that,
this little package.
Make that focus in. Yeah, Rick and
Morty.
They
put a lot of detail into those for as tiny as they are.
They do. It's kind of neat. It's kind of neat. And so I want to thank Eli for getting that for me. And we're just moving right along here. So what do we all got planned for Christmas, guys?
Spoil the kids.
Yeah, there'll be a few festivities around here, some live music events, and they'll do the lighting of the tree in the city square, that sort of thing. But no snow, thank goodness.
I might see the old folks as you do, and of course,
do they celebrate
Eternal's Palace might have. Eternal's Palace might put on a bit of a fireworks show as they normally do, and old King Randor and Queen Marlena, they usually put on a bit of a potluck, spit roast and what have you.
A little bit of Festivus for the rest of us.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, I think
we mustn't forget old Cringe's earplugs though, because he doesn't really like the fireworks there.
That's a good idea.
And World Cardboard says
look out for your animals when you're letting those firecrackers go.
Oh, here's LSD. Let's bring him on the screen here. He's look like he's spinning right now to me. There he is. Hey, Eli.
He's going to do the light show in the background there.
I gotta close it off. It speeds up a bit. Hello,
can you turn your phone sideways so that we can get you on the full screen instead of
yeah, sorry. Tick-tacky. Hang on. Man. Should work. Do this in my browser.
You're kind of spitting. There. There we go.
Sit here. Hang on. Let me put my stand out. How about that? There we go. That works. Gotta like that. I had it on a little stand thingy, so it held it up high enough to actually see me. But I'm actually doing right now is cleaning up some figures that I've been blackwashing. And what do you know? As soon as I hop in here, your daughter's calling me.
Well,
Well, just a
Bill,
second. My kettle's
she just left to go
boiled.
to-
Just go and get my cup of tea. Just a
Bill,
moment.
I'll pop out and see if that helps clean up your signal a little bit. You might have a few too
go
many
ahead there,
folks.
Eldor. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and stop my cam for a second as well. That's gonna help a little bit, and we'll bring. Did everybody just freeze on there? There we go. Let me. I think I'm gonna try to bring Eli up full screen because it looks like he had something to show off there. You don't have a lot of lighting there, Eli. I was kind of hoping that maybe you could steal Sarah's little light there that we bought for her the other day.
So you do some
Looks
custom
like
work
it's
there,
froze.
Eli, or? Yep,
His
those
mic's off.
gremlins in the internet.
He paused a bit there.
Yeah, they're
about that.
William Jones are back up
As
there.
soon
There he
as
goes.
I hopped in here, she calls me.
There he is.
Yeah. So what was trying to say is what I'm doing right now is I'm sitting here cleaning up some blackwash. I'm suddenly getting better at. But I'll show you.
Yes, I did
My
better
thing
at
is
that
Power
last
Rangers
night,
toys.
sir.
Okay.
So this is one of the really cheap
yeah.
Hasbro ones. Like these were dirt cheap. Shit. Right up. It's like the camera's
You throw-
freaking reversed or something. But
You throw a little wash on there and it brings out the detail. That's for sure.
it really does. It really makes the lines pop. There's a lot more painting I have to do to get this like show accurate. These bits right in here, there's a lot little wheels and things that aren't like colored in, but take you down the hallway here. We'll take you to the Ranger room. Let's see here. Aha. So
Now, are you more of a Mighty Morphin fan, or are you like some of the other variants?
pretty much I like some of the newer ones. Actually, I just got this. It's a little dark. These guys in here, the Beast X Megazord. This is actually the Japanese 2012 release, which is a lot different than the American Hasbro knockoff, which I don't like as much. But oh boy,
I imagine the Japanese editions have a little better detail.
more detail, way heavier plastic, much more
Okay,
solid.
good.
There's not a lot in this room, so it's very echoey. I apologize for that. So I'm gonna get this to show up here a bit. So these two ladies came in today. Now all of my toys are, originals, 90% of them at least. I'm a big fan of the Hasbro Lightning collection at the minute. I think they're doing a really great job. I love the head sculpts.
Mhm.
They're really good. I have a big box of heads in the other room. A lot of these, like this one and this one, are really hard to get anymore. These two are originals. These are all die-cast steel. So they're like really heavy duty light up. This one, Catherine Sutherland, the second Pink Ranger, she gave us this one a couple years ago. We met her at a con.
Those are good.
Now, do
really
you know if
excited
those
today.
were those Bandai or what company was making those with the die cast?
These were Bandai.
Okay.
They did the Legacy collection. This one's die-cast steel. So is this one. Don't light up or anything, which kind of blows. They took all the electronics out, whereas the original, I picked him up not too long ago. He still lights up, but I got my figures down here and my figures here.
So you're a Power Rangers fan there, sir. I see.
Yes, very much so.
Have you seen the fan film Zordon of Eltar by any chance?
I've seen the one. Fan of the actual comic line they're doing. These are really great.
Cool.
I did a bit of work on that fan film there. I
I got
redesigned.
to meet Zordon actually year before last when I went to Comic-Con in Jackson. Eric Fielding was there, so we met him and Karen Ashley. Here's one that Sarah got mad at me for.
Wow, your pyramid.
She calls it my 3-foot Egyptian toddler. because it's about 2.5, 3 feet
Hang
tall.
on there for a second, Eli.
Where are you going to put it? It's so big. I said, it's a carrier Zord. They go inside.
Hang on a second there, Eli. Eli.
Huh. Yeah.
Eldor was telling us that he did a bit of work on that fan film. Tell us a little more about that, Eldor.
Oh, no worries. Yes, I redesigned the Dragon Dagger there, and I constructed that for Cisco to use in his little production there. I also had a hand at redesigning the dragon shields, worn by the Green Ranger there, by the dragon people of Rita. And I also did a hand at some designs of the Saber sword used by Zordon. But he also had a voice actor that acted Zordon in the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers show, and he had the voice for King Mondo there. Of course, he was going to get me to do the voice, but I couldn't get the right voice he wanted to. And living all the way over here in Eternia, of course, getting the good audio would have been a bit hard. So he had that other voice actor on hand to help him out.
Actually, I asked you earlier. I didn't know if you saw it when you said you said your name. I was like, "Hey, are you from Eltar?"
No, I'm Eldor.
Well, that's why I asked if you were from Eltar. Zordon is Eltar.
From Eternia here.
And
rather nice collection going
on. Cog has joined us today. Hello, Cog. Good to see you in the house today, sir.
There's so much more.
Did you get yourself anything to eat there, Eli?
Come again?
Did you ever get yourself anything to eat there?
No.
No.
Well, I came home and had more of that casserole. But
yes, I had a few crackers and cheese, and I got my cup of tea here, so nothing that substantial.
My wife.
As far as the comic adaptations, Eli, was it Boom Studios that are doing the comics? Have you liked any of the crossovers they've been doing?
I do actually. I have the crossover with the Ninja Turtles. I was supposed to show you those, Bill. I thought you would have got a kick out of seeing their Ranger forms. Which I really love the big gold turtle shells. It's like my favorite bit.
Okay,
cool.
All right.
Have you seen those comics, Bill?
What's that, sir?
Have you seen the comic book where the Turtles and the Power Rangers crossover?
Mm-hmm. I haven't actually read it, but I have seen it. Yeah.
Shit. Trying to get this. There we go.
There we go. Okay.
Oh, he's all powered up.
You.
There's April, Donatello, and Leonardo, but I need to get Shredder, Tommy, and Raphael still. And that's actually what I was looking for today because they're Target exclusives. Not finding them.
The dreaded exclusive, the bane of collectors.
Yes, I picked up the Red Zeo Tommy Ranger figure there for a friend over in the US. He was a bit sad to loss of Tommy. Yes, that's the one. And so I'm sending him that, and I'm also sending him the Green with Evil VHS for his collection.
Ooh, nice.
He had some correspondence with Tommy a little while back, and he helped him out. So
I got to meet him a couple years ago.
He's been very sad.
Super cool. Really laid back, chill guy. I was a little weirded out. He was my childhood hero growing up, and
of course, yes.
I was a little weirded out when I got to meet him. So I was like a full 6 inches taller than him. So I walked up, I was like, hey man, nice to meet you down there. You're a lot smaller than I thought. Didn't tell him that. But,
You're kind of cutting in and out there, Eli.
Don't know why. My service is good. My Wi-Fi is good. I'm not.
It might be a bit in the old subspace carrier wave, I think.
Right. Start remodulating shit.
There, Eldor, if you wanted to use your wizardly powers to maybe zap some of these executives that think that exclusives are a good idea, I think we'd all be appreciative.
I'll just open my book of living spells here. Hold on a moment.
Yeah, because it's hard enough to find some of these, and then they make them a store exclusive, and then they don't carry enough for everybody, and then we're all having a
drive the rarity and the price up.
Yep.
How's that? How's that? Any good?
Well, I hope it
Is your
works.
signal becoming stronger?
Not sure. Can you hear me?
Doing a little better there,
Yes.
Eli.
I mean, I could drop
A
my
little bit
video.
better? Ah, very good there.
I turn my cam off and I'm done showing off in a minute. I think I really got anything else to show off in a minute.
All right, that's fine. Stay on the show if you'd like, or whatever.
Hey,
But
Appreciate
yeah,
you showing your Power Rangers there. That's cool.
Yep. That
on
was
that note, there are Sir Wade Fantastic Toys.
hold on.
might,
Eldor's talking. Go ahead, Eldor. What were you saying?
On that point, I might sign off myself and give you guys a bit more.
All right. Well, let
power.
me pull you up full screen so everybody can watch, because it's real interesting when you leave. I like seeing how the eye works there. Let me bring you up here. Put you on spotlight there. And
yes.
leaves tonight.
I thought I would just leave and let you free up the old phone lines there. So as we say, good journey,
Safe.
good journey, everybody.
Yeah, good
Cheerio.
journey.
Good journey, Eldor.
It was good to meet you. Ish. Good to meet you.
All right, Eldor has gone away now, and he told us all good journey, and it's good to have Eldor come on the show, and let's get us all back down here in group layout. Yeah, I met Eldor the first time when I did my second late night stream after AOM, which I guess was more of a decent time for him there on Eternia. And he showed up and had a long chat with me in Largo. So that's what's going on with that. What'd you say there, Anthony?
Does Eldor, is he aware that you do some magic yourself?
Yes. As a matter of fact, I was actually able to show him the Orko magic trick improved version that I did recently, and he was very amused by that. And then he showed us a magic trick. He made the I think it was an Eternian device that the sorceress uses to communicate with He-Man. He made that disappear before our very eyes, Largo, if you remember.
He did.
But then
rather
he had
amazing.
forgotten how to make it come back. And
I'm assuming he figured it out because he was able to contact us today. So that worked out.
Yeah, so I think he did get it back. I just hope he didn't have to let the sorceress know that he did that, because I think she would have been angry with him.
Yep.
Frivolous use.
Let's see. Rolo says Eldor's powers must be strong. Actually, the stream is getting better. Yeah, I think the stream gets worse as the more people I put on it. I think there, Largo. That might be what the case is.
Yeah, it looks like about 4 is a good sweet spot. Any more than that, and then the signal starts to degrade a bit. It'll hold up to 10 in StreamYard, but I think you got to have a pretty powerful computer to run that many.
And I don't have that. Mine right now is running on 3 gerbils and one of those little wheels that they run in. And I think one of them just took a break. He got kind of tired and got out of his wheel, so it's not doing so well. I don't know if you know this or not, but I didn't get a chance to eat earlier. So my wife brought me in a plate of hot tamales with chili on top.
Nice. Don't let Rolo see that; he'll be jealous.
Yeah, I've been kind of munching on that while Eli was talking. I'm glad he came on the show because he gave me a chance to get a little sustenance there in the belly. And Eldor says, "All good there, sire. I hope it won't wear off too fast there." So we're glad that you gave us a little bit of magic to keep the show going, and maybe you can send some of that magic over, like Largo said, to kind of take care of that issue as well.
Indeed.
So Largo, you were showing off some things, but I know you're not down in your main toy room, but have you picked up any recent acquisitions there in Guatemala?
No, I'm in limbo right now. I've got a few things on the way. I have a way station in Miami where I get things that are sent, and they'll go to Miami first, and then from there they'll put them on a plane and bring them over. So I have some new Action Force guys that'll be coming. the special deployment series just released, so we'll see those to add to my addiction here of Army men. So the ladies will be coming probably the first part of January, and those I'm most excited about. But no, not nothing recent. But I will be doing some toy hunting here at the local markets and see what I can find in the way of bootlegs and see if there's anything interesting. If I see something that catches my eye, I'll pick it up and do a little show and tell next time we're together.
Well, one of the things that I saw recently, and you saw them in my last toy hunt video, was the retro carded Baroness and Lady J.
Mm-hmm.
And
those are Walmart exclusives, I think.
Are they? Okay. It appears by looking on the back of the package that there are 2 more mystery figures that are going to come out retro package that way. I could not tell by looking at the shadows. I didn't really have a chance to look hard at them what those figures might have been. Jones, are you aware of those figures, or do you even care?
I don't collect G.I. Joe, and I wasn't the hugest fan growing up. I do see them on the pegs now and again, and I have watched some of Adam's videos on the G.I. Joes, but yeah, I'm not the biggest fan, to be honest.
Right.
To the best of my recollection, there should be a retro Snake Eyes, a retro Storm Shadow, the Baroness, and what's his name? The weapon supplier. Just went right out of my head. Destro.
Okay.
So those 4 at least. I'm thinking there might be a few others. Somebody in the chat would probably know.
Well,
Lord knows we need another 10 road dogs.
Somebody in the chat just got triggered. Somebody in the chat just got triggered by the word exclusive. We're sorry there, Rolo. We'll try to use a different word.
Yeah, that is a dirty word amongst the collectors. We don't like exclusives too much. They're
Bill,
just too dang hard.
Speaking of that word, all right, you got to go, Jones. Good to have you on the show, man. You come back anytime, man.
I appreciate it. My phone's about to die, so I figured I'd just let you know.
Well, it's good to see you, and luck the new pegboard display.
Love chatting with you guys. We'll see you later.
That's nice. All right, you
care.
take it easy, Anthony.
Good.
All right, I took him on out. It takes him a minute. He's got to get up out of his chair and go turn the phone off. So I didn't figure we want to see that. So I went ahead and took him out. We were talking about the E word there, and we know that the superpowers are E words to Walmart, but the only place that I've ever seen these guys and the stuff that comes with them is at Target. Is there something going on there, or are they available in other places?
Toddy Mac has done kind of a weird thing where some of them are mass release. Some are Target exclusives, like the Bat Cave and the Villain's Lair. I believe those were only available at Target.
Okay.
Now with his other line, the 7-inch DC Multiverse, I believe he has a couple of Walmart exclusives with those, and those are under the gold label. So he'll have a couple special characters there. So it's kind of, it's just one of those things. The 2 big box stores now seem to be really pushing the companies to give them certain figures, and it just gives us some headaches trying to track them down. Then you add Mattel Collections and Hasbro Pulse on top of that, and I'm surprised I have any hair left. I haven't pulled it all out trying to get those.
Yeah, I'm the same way, man. It's hard, especially when you can't get to Target very often, like is my case. But I think I probably got my share of loot today to hold me off for a while. And Sunday, of course, it's going to be the Road Ripper with Neck and Neck. So I'm going to open that up. So that's what's going to happen Sunday.
For me, the only Target and Walmart are in Guatemala City, and that's a full day journey from where I live. I'm out in the sticks, so it's an event to go up there to go toy hunting. And
I could only imagine, what are the roads like out there, Largo?
Well, they're about as good as they were in Hazard County on that Dukes of Hazzard show. Between the the potholes and the unpaved roads that are just dirt. And then you got to watch out for the chickens crossing the road and the odd pig or stray dog. And then we have these little things called tuk-tuks. They're 3-wheeled taxis. And the guys that drive those, I think they're drinking something because they're terrible drivers. They've been hitting the sauce a little too much before they get behind the wheel of those things. So it's always a challenge. But yeah, there's one main thoroughfare to get up to the Guatemala City, the capital. And it's pretty well maintained for most of it, but there's some spots that it's a little rough. You need to have good suspension. 4-wheel drive's not a bad thing to have around here.
It's not as bad as those horror videos that we watch of those on the side of a cliff, and it's a road that's very, very narrow, and you got this big, huge truck trying to trundle down it.
Not quite that bad. There are a few spots where you will pucker a little bit as you're trying to figure out how 2 cars are going to pass on this little goat track. But yeah, for the most part, it's fairly decent.
Well, yeah, I can only imagine what it's like down there. That as you were telling me one time, you look out one window and you have a very nice house over here that looks very modern. You go look out the other window and it looks like you went back about 100 years.
Yeah, that's exactly right. It's like a time warp thing. On one side, I've got a modern neighbor that's built up his house. On the other side, they've still got an outhouse and outdoor plumbing by choice. So,
wow.
Go figure.
Yeah, well, you know what? It is what it is. But for you, it's kind of nice living down there.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of the cold weather, and I lived in Florida for quite a while. I was studying to be a Florida man, but I was a little too smart, so they kicked me out. And then got here, and the humidity is about the same. Not as many bugs. We have a lot of geckos, so they keep the bugs down. And
well, that's nice.
So we've got basically 2 seasons. You've got sunny, and you've got wet and sunny.
I think Eli's trying to talk to us, but we can't hear you, Eli.
I apparently I have to sit with my face like next to the microphone or put the phone in my mouth. I don't know why. No, I'm just listening. I'm sitting here still working the wash.
Yeah, when I first got started, I just used my phone, and the signal's not great. So Grindhead scolded me and told me to get a laptop.
I could plug in my headset and do that way. I just am lazy, and I don't feel like digging it out.
Fair
but
enough.
I might do that.
Well, the best way to do it, and I think Largo can attest to this, is to have an actual PC in front of you and have that PC wired in and not be using Wi-Fi.
My PC is here, and no offense, but mine would eat your gerbils.
I can only imagine.
You see my rig, you know what I got. A good rig in here.
Yeah, Rolo says that 5 years ago, a 10-meter crater opened up on their federal highway there where he lives at. So,
yeah, not too long ago, we had
there is not as maintained as it should be.
They had a similar problem up near Guatemala City where a sinkhole had opened up and just took out a big chunk of the road. So it does happen.
Rolo, being a physician, says, Eli, if you have your phone in your mouth, turn on the camera and I'll have a quick check. I'm a physician. You don't want to look in there.
Thanks, Bill.
Yeah, he needs a dentist. Yeah, you don't want to look in there. You don't want to look in there, Rolo. No, you don't. He just cut out. I hope I didn't run him off. Or his internet might have kicked him out. I don't know, but yeah, we're getting about ready to wrap things up here, Largo. We've had a pretty good show. We've seen some toys.
Yeah,
we've had quite a few visitors in here, and we've talked quite a bit. It's been a great open mic. I've got about a half a plate full of hot tamales that still need eating over here, and I need to go ahead and get me a little sustenance in my belly. And I just want to let everybody know that if you want to watch some great comedy and some wonderful music, AOM TV comes on at 8 p.m. Central Time on Saturday night. And once his show is over with, everybody runs over here to Weird Fantastic Toy Adventures and drinks a cup of coffee and kind of unwinds and kind of gets ready to call it a night. But we come over here for the little after party show, which I will
also
be doing.
John Paul Revere has some AOM swag. The Ancient Order of Men, his T-shirts and hats and things are on I think about 30% off for Black Friday. So today only, if you're looking to get some swag from the Ancient Order of Men, today's a good day to do it. I just picked up.
He does have
the
Black Friday discount sale going on, doesn't he, Largo? He does.
Sure enough.
And anyway, I want to let everybody know that from now on, I'm going to be doing this open mic on Friday afternoons after I get off of work, which will probably be around the same time I started today, around 4. It gives me time to get the work off my butt by taking a shower and then coming on down here. And then Saturday night, it's going to be pretty much the AOM after show over there. I call it Saturday Night Up All Night. I won't actually be up all night. I've done that one time. I'm not doing that ever again, but a couple of hours to kind of wind down, or maybe even an hour and a half to wind down after JPR show's over with. And then on Sunday, of course, is always going to be our Sunday hangouts, and that's where we're going to be really getting into the toys and opening up stuff and just having a good time.
What you got coming up this Sunday, Bill? You got anything special planned?
Yeah, like I said, Big Bad Toy Store went ahead and sent me my Road Ripper and Mechanic.
Cool.
And if you look at my thumbnail, I've marked out the word ground and replaced it with the word road on there because that damn thing is a Road Ripper and it always will be.
That's right.
And Eli tells us that his phone took a crap.
That happens.
Yeah, and Rolo says that maybe the phone just got wet. Well, either way, Eli had to take off and probably had a good time anyway. But I've got tons of video that I shot today. I'm going to try to cut that into something coherent. It may take me a while to get it done, but there was some cool things to be seen today, and I got a good haul out of it. If you didn't get a chance to see the things that I showed off earlier today, you just, when it restreams, just skip down to that point and take a look at it because it's pretty cool. And Largo, I was glad to see you today. If you want to stick around for a minute, I appreciate it. And I want to tell everybody thank you for being here on the show with me today. And I'll see you all again next time. And just remember, guys, together we shall triumph.
Special thanks to these supporters on Patreon. Without your help, these adventures would not be possible. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed today's adventure, please hit like and subscribe and share the video.